be seen during that time of the Crusades. And I think 1 week following, there were 14,000 salvations.
Wow.
It was powerful.
That's almost more than what we got in Indiana. No, we got a bit more.
That's more than what we have in Newton County.
Yeah, that is true. That
Newton
is true.
less than 14,000 people.
By the way, just a piece of trivia. Do you know what the name of the town Rensselaer used to be before it was called Rensselaer?
Kentucky.
My production staff knows the answer to that. What is it?
Newton.
Yeah. Rensselaer used to be called Newton because at that time Jasper County and Newton County was one county, and Rensselaer was the county seat. Then they split the counties.
I got you.
Yeah. Just a piece of small town trivia there.
Small town trivia.
But I'm excited about a lot of things that God's doing. Your brother Jim.
Yes.
You guys have been involved together over there in the ministry. You grew up in a family of 10.
We did. There were 10 of us. I always told my parents they should have divided up for 6.
Yeah. That would have been after you. Yeah.
That's right.
Now, those that know Jim, they know he's quite a character.
Yes.
Any dirt you got on him? We'll get to the good stuff.
Let me tell you something.
Okay, all right. This has got to be good. Right?
My brother Jim and my sister Chandra, my mom would literally, I cannot tell you how many times I heard my mom look at the two and say, point to one, you're a troublemaker and you're an instigator that instigates the trouble. And they're both like, me?
That's kind of like my son Bobby and his little sister Janessa used to be. They would fight. One would walk up and smack the other for no reason. The other would smack me. Next thing I got something going on. I go in there. I remember one night I went in and I had a talk with both of them. All right, Bobby, why did you hit Janessa? Because she hit me. Janessa, why did you hit Bobby? Because he hit me. Bobby, why? And I went on, and finally, after a few minutes, they both started laughing. They knew where I was going with that. But they used to have their mom. I thought we was going to have to put their mom in an insane asylum for a while.
Crazy.
We've got a picture, a family picture of our kids. And Amy, she was the more obedient one. She was our firstborn. That's usually the obedient one. My 2 younger children, oh man. Now, Amy, don't get me wrong. She was not without her little faults. We won't get into that today, but we'll spare you, Amy. We'll let you go today. But we have a family picture where we're all in it, and Bobby's got this little claw mark on his face. Compliments of little Janessa, as we called her, Nessaru. Yeah.
Claw marks.
Claw marks, yes.
Not one, multiple.
She was like a little wild cat, and she, now she knew ultimately she would lose the fight, but she was going to get her claws in there.
I had 2 older sisters that were constantly going at it.
Yeah.
One would blame something on the other and all this other stuff, and I had one of them would bite themselves. They bit me. No, they didn't. Yeah, they did. No, they didn't. Yeah, all fine. Then one of them did bite the other one, and they came in, Mom, they bit me. No, they didn't. They bit themselves. My mom's like, really? They bit themselves in the middle of their own back?
That's kind of a Linda Blair thing off The Exorcist or something.
It's possible. No, it's not.
Oh,
I daily, with dealing with 3 kids, look back and wonder how my parents did end up in an insane asylum.
Yeah.
It had to be God.
Mm-hmm.
My God.
I'll tell you. Now, I remember going to my son Bobby's house, and he had a problem with his kids, and we kind of walking in, having trouble, son? The mothers pronounce a curse on their children, because they always say, I hope you have children just like you. And it works every time.
I was a delight. I was a delight of a child. I was a peach of a child.
Yes, yes. The immaculate one. Yeah. But what's it like in a family of 10?
Well, I was number 6, so that's all I ever knew was big family. I don't know what's it like not being in a family of 10.
Yeah, I tell you. Now, there's 12 of them in my family, but most of my brothers and sisters were kind of grown and starting to have children of their own But it translated in English is having children of their own as I was born, you know. So me and my sister Myrna, I name dropping my sister Myrna, we had when we were kids, we hated each other. We'd say all kinds of horrible things. You know, like now she's a good friend now. Nice. You know, but and Myrna, you know the amount of beatings I took over you, but I've forgiven you.
Oh man, let me tell you.
We go on about who was mother's favorites.
Now I will say this one thing about being in a big family. My brother Jim got in trouble going out with his buddies on the
I
weekend
can't picture that
in high school.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
And this happened to me one time, legit. It was like my sophomore year. I'm like, hey, Dan, my buddy's going out this week. Can I go out with him? He's like, no. I said, why not? He goes, I'll let your brother Jim go once. You know what happened to him? You're not leaving the house ever. My mom rolls her eyes. I'm like, leave the boy alone. You can't blame the sins of the brother on the brother, you know, or sins of the father on the son, you know. So when Dad was gone, I got to do stuff. When Dad was home, I did.
But they can be brutal. Fathers can't. Now, I grew up without my dad at home, didn't I? But my mom, these are bad mom dads. They're violent people. I mean, you have to be careful because they've had enough, and you're gonna get whipped with it. It might be the pancake turner, it might be a brush or whatever. Preferably one of those. I'd rather have that than a switch, you know.
My mom had this yardstick, meter stick, whatever it was, and it had this little metal end on it, so you could hang it up. And she got it from some Amish country store place. That thing would not break to save its life. Mm-hmm. And let me tell you something. She could reach with that thing. Yeah. We go running past a boy, bam, get down in the calf or in the back because we're running instead of sitting. She's like, sit still, hit your butt, you won't feel it. Yeah. I'm like, I felt it on my toe, Mom.
Yeah. Well, you know, back in the days, I didn't dare run from my mom. You know, I see kids that'll take off running from their parents when they're in trouble. No, you did not want to run from mom because you would be killed harder. You know, I mean, no, never.
A slower, more painful thing.
Yeah, don't run from that woman, I'm telling you.
If we got in trouble for fighting, true story, we'd be sitting there fighting, hitting each other or whatever. Mm-hmm. My mom pulls us in the living room, stand us face to face, toe to toe, start hitting each other. Okay, boom, you know, whatever. Yeah. One falls down, and my mom like, all right, turn over here and face me. Huh? Now you and I are going to go, I can hit you, Mom. All right. Boom. Just took one shot, you know. After that, Mom's like, are you fighting? Both sides. No.
You know, I didn't know. Yeah, my mom did that too. There were times me and Murray would be hitting around in each other like Bobby and Janessa, of course, you know. And she would finally come in there and say, all right, stand here. She'd have me stand here, have Myrna stand over here. Now, hit her. Okay, no problem. Smack. She'd go on. She goes, now, hit him. Oh, she'd start crying. I should hit him. And she'd start getting angrier. And I would say, hit me, Myrna. Hit me.
I don't want to see where this goes.
Myrna didn't have the sense. Give me a chance to slap, I'm going to do it. And so
and Bobby's over there like, yeah, Dad, I'm just saying, give me a chance.
Now, see, Myrna and I actually thought we were Russians. Bobby and Myrna smack off, you know. Anyway, free joke there. But you have permission to use it. Well, yeah, I tell you what, parents they didn't put up with a lot of stuff back then. Now we negotiate with kids.
Yes.
And I didn't understand your feelings, Johnny, and stuff like that, you know. My mom understood my feelings.
I got two that are great. They're not that hard. Usually all I gotta do is raise my voice a little. Not even scream, just raise my voice a little. Right. And I get those little, sorry, Dad, you know.
We're gonna Jocelyn.
Jocelyn, praise God, I love her. But I never prayed for patience, but God felt I needed it. Yeah. There have been times with Jocelyn. Stop it. No, stop it. No, stop it. Just keep going up. I'm going to spank you. And one day I did that. She turned around and bounced her little rear in front of me. Go ahead, Dad. At that point, I got to find some other way to discipline you, child, because the spanking isn't good. You evidently have raw hide. You have leather. I don't know. But you don't care. You're willing to take the spanking and just keep on having your fun. So
Now Bobby used to do that with his mom when I wasn't around. She'd spank him. Oh, hit the other side, hit the other side, And I'll tell your dad. No, not dad. No. He'd put me on the phone with the two, Janessa and Bobby, especially.
We need to go there, Mom.
Yeah. Well, leave him out of it, But they didn't negotiate with kids too much back when we were young. They didn't have all this psychology stuff and everything. And I think
psychology because of it, but
but I think those, because of the horrible beatings and stuff, I got Dane Bramage from it. So
I heard a comedian say once, you know what? I got beat as a child, and I think I turned out pretty dang awesome, and I look forward to beating my children. I think I just got a hallelujah from Bobby over there. Like, yes, come on, preach, brother, preach.
But God's good. Now we're parents are supposed to correct children. A lot of people, I know there's a big psychology thing about you don't spank children. Yeah, that's a topic for another day, folks. So we're not going to visit that one today. So, but there's different ideas about how you raise good. But I think the kids that got a little bit of tanning of the hide back in the day turned out a lot better than the psychology approach.
Do I think they need to beat? No. Do I think a paddle every once in a while is effective? Yes. Do I think there's time where a paddle's not effective? Yes.
Yeah.
So once again, I'm a balanced guy.
Yeah. Now, we don't beat children,
anymore.
And I think there was a few times when I paddled my kids and everything, but I felt horrible when I did have to correct it. And I actually went to my room afterwards a little bit. I'd find a place and I cried. I really did. I hated that.
I hate it. And Bobby's like, no, you didn't. Tell that lie, Dad.
Well, when you lie to your kids and say this is going to be harder for me than you, no, that's a lie. That's a lie. It's going to be harder for them. But they turned out pretty good.
What would you do if Bobby showed up with a ball bag? Hey, Dad, let me show you how much I love you. And trust me, it's going to hurt me more than it hurts you.
Play ball. But and God's good. But we're seeing some good things happen,
yes.
One of the things we definitely want to do is encourage people to realize that, there is so much more out there for you.
Mm-hmm.
God has greater plans that you're not aware of. And I think one of the cures for depression, or one of the things that would help, I'm not saying it's a cure or necessarily, but the more you're doing for other people, the less you're thinking about your own problems. And there's a whale of a lot of people out there that need encouragement, need your help, And God has a plan for every one of us, doesn't he?
Amen. Yes, he does. And you're very much true about that. It's very true. If I'm busy helping others, it's going to be hard for me to think about my own problems.
Right.
Anytime someone's going through something difficult, you always hear the same thing. I need something to occupy my mind.
Right.
And it's true. If you can get your mind occupied, you're going to get through it. You're going to figure out how to process it. It's better to not just occupy your mind, but actually, as you're occupying your mind, figuring out how to process it.
Right.
It's when we don't occupy our mind and we get stuck in that echo chamber of our own mind that's when we can have issues.
Yeah.
But I've heard. I don't know. Do not quote me on this. I don't know if it's true. It's something I've heard. That's my caveat for this here. That's my disclaimer. I don't know this to be true science or not. But I've heard multiple times that they have been working on discovering that a mind that is an attitude of thanksgiving and gratitude is not able to go to the negative, is not able to get into that poor level of me, is not able to hit into that point of depression. Literally, if my mind is over here thinking about what I need to be grateful and thankful for, I literally cannot take my mind over to the other track, which is the negativity, depression, and sadness.
Yeah.
And so if that's the case, and what I've talked about before, I heard one gentleman speak about it, not a pastor or a minister, literally we don't call it a therapist.
Mm-hmm.
He said, if you can imagine like a groove on a record, but it's just one groove. And every time we have a thought about something, it creates a small groove of some kind. But if we keep going back to this one negative groove and thinking about it in our brain and keep playing it over and over, that groove grows deeper and that groove goes deeper to the point where we can't get our needle out of that groove of negativity into something else.
Yeah.
And so it's just something to think about.
You've heard that saying, a grave is a rut. I'm sorry, a rut is just a grave with both ends kicked out. You got to find a way out, you know.
And what did Schuler say about ruts?
I'm not certain. I've read a few of his books. What did he say about ruts?
We had to read one of his books in psychology class in high school. I think it's called Tough Times Never Last, but some people do.
I've got that book. Yes, I've
And
read it.
in it, he says, it takes guts to leave the ruts.
Wow. That's amazing.
It takes guts to leave the ruts.
Yeah, you know, it does, you know, and, Paul talked about in Philippians chapter 4, I believe it is, 7 through 9, talks about the things to think on. Here's some good things to think on. You know, Zig Ziglar said in his book, See You at the Top, which is a book I highly recommend. I've read that so many times now, and I've given out tons of copies of it. But he says, the way to get to the top, understand this, the elevator is always out of order. You got to take the stairs to the top. And if you want to get to the top, you have to push up enough other people before you, in
Yes.
front of you. You want to get to the top, push others up in front of you. That's how you get to the top.
Yep. No. Now, is he related to Zag Zaglar? I'm just, when you said Zig,
Zig
all I
and
could think
Zag,
was
yeah.
Zag.
I get that. Yeah. I'll check into that better.
My
Yeah.
brain went there. My bad.
Yeah. But you know, I'm excited about what God's doing. When I started this podcast, it's something I always wanted to do all my life. I always wanted to be a DJ. Is what I wanted to be. I want to be the next Larry Lujak, Uncle Larry. You
Come
know.
on.
Yeah. Anyway, and
WLS?
yeah,
Yeah.
you see my picture. I got a picture of Larry out there. You know.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, the Larry Lujak Shrine. But no, I always wanted to do radio and things like this. And I always wanted to do a talk show like this. But in doing that, I've had to battle those thoughts in my mind.
Yes.
You can't do it. No, you're not good enough. You're gonna fail. You're gonna fail. So I just decided, you know what? If I'm gonna be like John Maxwell said, if you're gonna fail forward. You
Yeah.
know. And
My dad used to say to when people would complain about certain things or this person failed, how come? He's like, I like what they're doing failing than when you're not doing it at all.
yeah. Yeah, the greatest failure is to never attempt anything, you know. If you crash and burn a few times along the way, you get up, you know, dust off, you know. So I just got excited about the idea about doing this, you know, and yeah, we're going to get together more, you know. This is not going to be his only appearance here. He'll be
Dude, you
back.
told me only once. You told me, Bobby, I only had to do
Your
this
contracts. Your contract. But yeah, well, we're so glad to have you with us today, Pastor Josh, and we'll get he'll be on here more, I guarantee you, you know. But if you like the,
Yeah.
yeah,
We're gonna have to renegotiate that pay contract.
yeah, it's yeah.
I want a Bobby Bonilla contract.
Yeah, but just don't go union on me or something. You know, so, yeah.
Do you know what a Bobby Bonilla contract
I do
is?
not. What is it?
Oh, this is a great story. Talk about lessons learned in life.
2000.
Yeah, in 99.
Yeah.
They were signing the contract in 99 with Bobby Bonilla with the Mets. It's supposed to be $5.93 million,
Mm-hmm.
or $5.9 million roughly, something like that. And the owner wanted to invest that money because he had a great investment opportunity and he didn't want to miss it. So instead of paying it all out, he went to Bobby Bonilla and he said, hey, how about this instead? We're going to defer your money for, I think it was till 2010 or 2011, one of the two. And then we're going to pay you $1.19 million every year from that 2010 to 2035. Because we don't have all the money in the world that we'll need at that point because we're going to reinvest this. So Bobby Bonilla signed that contract and I'll sign it. And I think he retired like 2 years later, 1 year later.
Wow.
The $5.93 million that they wanted to invest, he was best friends with Bernie Madoff and invested in with Bernie Madoff.
Oh no. Oh no, I know who Bernie Madoff is.
So
He
there you
made
go.
off with a lot of money.
Yeah. So instead, the 5.9 million, instead of paying off that contract, they'll end up paying him. Well, it's for like 25 years, 1.19 million a year. So he's gonna go. They're gonna go like 28 million by the time it's done.
Yeah.
And had to just taken the 5.9 million and not invested it with Bernie Madoff, but paid it off.
Yeah. Hell. Yeah,
So-
I thought you was going to tell me that things crashed or whatever, because I know Bernie ended up being indicted on stuff. You know?
They were part of the Ponzi scheme.
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of people lost money with, I think, Bernie. He made off with a lot of money.
The Mets lost 5.9 million.
Yeah. Oh man. Life. You never know what's going to be thrown at you there. You know.
Can you believe that one?
Yeah.
And so July 1st every year is Bobby Bonilla Day.
Because
people know my contract day, but they don't know my birthday. That's okay. I still celebrate. I just saw an interview with him yesterday. I made 1.19 million today at noon.
I may look him up on Facebook and friend him. We'll see what happens there, you know. But we enjoyed having you today, Pastor Josh, from the River Church, Morocco, Indiana. And if you like today's session, you know, just like, share, and subscribe. You can find us on Spotify. You can find us on what's the other one?
Apple Podcasts,
Apple Podcast,
Pocket Cast,
Pocket Cast, and Facebook
and YouTube.
and YouTube. Yes, sirree. All right. Well, God bless you all today, and I hope you enjoyed today's podcast. Hey, what are we doing about these tickets on the Colts game?
Just still waiting for a message.
So what we're looking to do is the first person to contact us on our website, River Rat Reverend.com. Get on there and go down to the bottom page and comment and say, I have shared this with 10 people. I want my tickets. Now, if you're the first one to do that, you'll receive 2 tickets to the Colts Falcons game, which is going to be on August 22nd. That's a Saturday, so you don't have to miss church. And
It's 5 people, not 10.
We'll do 5.
okay, well, the first 5,
Yeah.
want to do it that way?
No. No, he said you share it with 5, right? Not 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. Share it
Okay,
with
I'm sorry. Yes, you're
because not
right.
everyone has
You're
10
right.
friends.
I'm 70 years old, people. Come on. Yeah. So if you'll share with 5 friends, whatever, just let us know you've done that. You're the first one to do that on the comments in the riverratreverend.com. Go down to the bottom of the page. In the comments, say I've shared with 5 people. If you're the first one to do that, you'll get those 2 free tickets to the Cubs Falcons game. Now that's a preseason game, but it'll be fun anyway. Great stadium.
I bet you the Falcons win that game.
What? I don't need that kind of negativity in my life.
Well, how good are the Cubs at playing football?
I don't think very good.
What did I say?
You just said the Cubs Falcons game.
Did I say I was 70 years old? The Colts Falcons game. It'll be all right. It's going to get better than this, I promise.
Bob, I look forward to being back with you. It has been such a pleasure and so fun.
Been a lot of fun.
You make it easy to talk.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. We're good at banter. Him and I can go on forever and ever, you know. So, but hey, until next time, God richly bless you and yours.